Hello, everybody, and welcome to a Monday evening here on Kobold Press. I am your littlest red dot, and I am so glad you are all joining us. Hope you had a fantastic weekend. I am back with the full crew of our first round of Prepared Yourself. Last week was a success by all technical standards. It was a full success, but the hunt for the monster, the strange monster, continues. But before we pick up with our story, I want to remind you all, you still have 2 days left to support the ongoing Kickstarter for Tome of Beast 3 if you haven't already. And everything that you see here today is coming out of our Kobold Press Prepared series, which you can check out by going to koboldpress.com and searching through our store. Somebody in chat, looks like Radio Grunt, was like, I'm setting up a one-shot. Well, guess what Prepared is? Just a whole bunch of one-shots, and I'm kind of stringing a few of them together to make a little adventure for this crew. Speaking of crew, why don't we go around and meet them? Since I'm a chaos monster, we're going backwards. So, Rudy, you are, in fact, first today.
I'm the backwards. Hello, my name is Rudy Basso. My pronouns are he, him. You can follow me online at Rudy Basso. I'm the person who does a bunch of different things in the RPG industry, like writing and podcasting and all that good stuff. Today I am playing Royce Torvald, a Midgardian bard. Midgardian Bardian. This is, of course, the classic hat that all bards in Midgard wear. Yeah. It is strikingly similar to what Americans know as a cowboy hat or a sheriff's hat, I guess, in particular. Right. Note the badge. But nope, this is what bards wear. Everybody knows that. So there you go.
Only it is the rootinest, tootinest ones.
Yes, exactly.
Nice. Next up's Noir.
Hello, I'm Noir. You can find me all over the internet as the Noir Enigma. That's Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram. And I'm playing our ranger, who has his dearest dragon little companion friend, Sinclair, with him.
Sinclair, our good boy dragon. Our good boy. Nice. And Lynn.
Hey, I'm Lynn. She, her. Gremlin art pretty much everywhere. And today I am playing Delphina, Dampierre, waitress, aspiring actress, and duelist rogue.
Nice. Which, the dueling thing may be like a thing today. There's a theme happening. I can feel it. There's a theme. There's a duelist thing going down. Anita.
Hello, everyone. I'm Anita. My pronouns are she, they. And you can find me everywhere, Panita or Critical Misses. And today I am playing Ada Kreshtan, our timey-wimey domain cleric, who is here to mess up all sorts of things, like your initiative order.
Yes, I look forward to it. Bring it on. Today I have real paper and a pen. In case that happens, so I can quick scribble. And last but certainly not least, Cord. Welcome back.
Hi everybody. I'm Cord, or Mythomatic. You can find me all over the internet as Mythomatic. You can also find me on YouTube as The Deep Woodsman, where I'm doing it's a new thing I'm doing where I go out into the wilderness and I do things like camp and stuff with my dog. So if that's something you're interested in, that's a thing available on the interwebs. As for me today, I'm playing Paul Cristal. He is a amethyst gem dragonborn barbarian of wild magic, which is super fun. He is also a part-time gym teacher at an arcane college, or actually an arcane middle school. Excuse me. It's fun. I enjoy the character, and it's fun knocking off the dust of an old barbarian. So.
I'll tell you, as somebody that has taught and was a vice principal to middle schoolers, they are by far the worst.
Perfect.
Middle schoolers are the worst, so
they are.
My heart goes out to Paul, in his desperate times.
We've all been there. Dark chapters.
Yeah. Y'all, I'm Dot. I'll be your GM tonight. We'll dive in. Last week, they finished up a different prepared one shot called In Its Horrid Wake, and they're basically on the hot heels of a creature that is stomping through the Southlands. From what they can tell, it seems to have been resurrected or brought here from some possible dark crevice of the earth, but its unnatural presence here in Midgard is what actually sent all of them like hunting it. After destroying a temple, killing a whole bunch of like hyenas and gnolls, they were able to retrieve a sacred item, a scythe that had been covered in like gnoll gunk, which had corrupted it. And after clearing out the temple, the single acolyte left helped you all cleanse the scythe, and you were able to put that temple back on track. But the monster continues ahead of you, pacing by about a day and some change across the Southlands, and is headed southward towards a mountain range you were able to figure out by kind of piecing together the local map. What exactly is going on there and where exactly it's headed still remains part of a mystery. But after leaving this like small temple in the middle of the kind of desert, there doesn't seem to be a whole lot between here and there. And in fact, your crew's going to travel for about 2 days on camelback or potentially dragonback. Maybe not flying, but you could choose dragon to go through the desert. And it is a hot, dry, and somewhat boring journey. You see a whole lot of nothing most of the way there. We'll even say maybe you were able to dodge a few sand pirates, or they weren't in the mood for raiding today, or maybe they just didn't think your camels had anything worth it, and so they waved as they swooped by you. But that's about the only life and contact that you have seen since hitting the road and headed south. I'm going to have somebody be our navigator. Who is got those survival skills?
I mean, I'm not one to brag. But,
All right. I'll let you roll it for the group. So why don't we take a survival check, and let's just see how easy your travels over the last 2 days have been.
all right, give me just a second, because
You
I
got
do
it.
believe with my land stride,
Oh.
I can get us through this with advantage. But
Take it then.
we not gonna need it.
Woo!
24.
A 24. Yeah, no problem. You may
damn.
not be from the Southlands, but clearly travel and navigating is not something that's new to you. So I imagine partially on Dragonback, partially on Camelback, you're able to lead the group following the very clear tracks of this beast. You're still, from what you can tell, pending a day, maybe more now behind it. It's moving with its stride very quickly. So yeah, you have to camp one night, the kind of usual against the desert winds, but along the way and all the many gnolls, and maybe it's because you saved that temple instead, and the acolyte that was with it from his drinking fiasco. All of you feel a little stronger, a little bit more powerful. Maybe you've learned a little something along the way. So you all took a level up last week. Well, technically, right before this started. So as you're traveling, maybe there's quaint conversation. Maybe it's awkward as hell. Who knows? But each of you are going to level up. What does it look like? How does it manifest? What is a getting stronger process for your characters? And since our great navigator has led us with a 24, I'm actually going to let Aaron start.
So the level up for Aaron and Sinclair looks like them having a long conversation as they're journeying along. It's just like, look, I'm sorry that sometimes I'm aggressive and I don't know how to talk to you exactly. I get anxious when I'm away from my mountain, and like we keep, edging closer to that sweet release of death, and I just haven't gotten it yet. So it's just, I'm just on edge.
I imagine your dear friend says something along the lines of, "Oh, it's okay. You don't have to worry too much. Friends are forever, right?"
I mean, yeah.
Even after death?
Well, nothing's forever.
But some things can be, like our friendship. Right?
On a long enough timeline, the survival rate for anything becomes 0. So, I'm sure that it might last past death, but to expect anything to last forever.
You don't want to be my friend forever?
Oh no, like right now, absolutely. But like, I mean, how many billion years until you get tired of me? You know,
Oh,
everything dies. Everything dies. And he just pats.
he kind of and he mutters to himself, but not our friendship. As you pat him on the head, he refuses to believe that your friendship will die. Some things withstand even the test of time. And you level up. What amazing things did you take in your level 8?
I took the alert feat. And I have a new spell that should help us out here called Hunter's Endurance.
Oh, okay,
which means that once I cast this spell, essentially, we don't get exhausted hunting whatever prey is the target of the spell. And we get a bonus towards perception and survival checks to find anything related to our quarry. And so, yeah, we could just hunt this thing all day and night.
just hunting the hell out of it. Oh, well, you
Wow.
are.
Absolutely.
Wow.
And as the wind of the desert whips and sand kind of beats in your face and the hot sun bears down on you and you think you're never going to see civilization again, the camera will cut from our dear, not full-time friends to, I don't know, we'll go, what about our dear Ada? How does your level up manifest?
So one of these nights, like just I think after a meal of some sort, Ada's gonna grab an apple out of a pack saddle and is just sort of tossing it up in the air. It's sort of like random patterns, and is going to start closing their eyes as they do this, sort of absent-mindedly, tossing it up, letting it fall, catching it, and just sort of then doing it a little bit quicker each time. And then with one of those swings, Ada is going to throw it up as high as they can, quick draw the mace, and basically smash it out of the air into a million pieces.
The apple, like, it becomes paste midair.
The idea there is that Ada, on level up, has received a new ability called Prescient Strike.
Okay.
In which they intuitively know where their enemies will be in the immediate future and how they will attack.
Oh, it's like a mini premonition. It's like knowing your enemy better. Very cool. Yeah, and I imagine maybe it's not the only apple that sees, I don't want to call it dusting, pasting along the way as you hone this skill down. Never again will gnolls surprise you, or any creature potentially for that matter, in combat. I love that. Very cool.
So in addition to that, I picked up one additional spell at level up, just one called, a third level called Time Step.
Ooh. I look forward to seeing that in action. Maybe we'll... I mean, not like there's going to be combat or anything, but it'll be fine.
Probably not, like, but, you know how it is.
Yeah. Nice. And we see as that mace swings once again, hits a bright, shiny red apple, and it bursts into a bunch of pieces. Maybe even the camel seems a little disappointed, where a tongue laps out to try to catch falling apple from the air as the camera puts you in the background and comes into the foreground, looking at Paul. Paul, what does your level up along this 2-day journey through the desert look like?
I think Paul is... We have camels and such, right?
Yes, yes. 2 camels is what you were able to, along with, of course, your dragon.
Are there trees in the Northland or Southland?
The occasional, like, palm tree might arise, or, like, small... I don't even want to call it an oasis because there's not really any water. But, yeah, you'd find your usual desert plants, some shrubbery and brush here and there.
I think every once in a while you start to see Paul go down a 3-point stance like a linebacker or a... like a linebacker or a center or someone on the line for football or American football, where he would go down and have not a perfect position or perfect form, but he does adjust and work on it every once in a while. And then with a grunt, you're able to hear as Powell would then start to then charge forward. Sand will kick up from his back heels, and his claws will dig into the sand as a cloud of dust will poof backward as he takes off forward, usually toward a tree, as if a tree is close by, much like one of those drills where they would lift or like the mats for a linebacker. They would push, and so he's doing that towards different trees and stuff. And every once in a while, you see the palm tree move, and over time, trees start to lift up and uproot as well. There are a couple times he does do it when there aren't trees around. He will square up toward the camel and lift the camel up, and the camel will probably make a weird noise in sort of a rejection or something. But Paul will still like lays it down on the ground, or places it gently back, and then gets back down on all threes, and then starts to do his 3-point stance again, and does that charge and lift over and over as he is training for Charger, which is the feat that I picked up, which is when I move my dash, or when I use my dash action, I could use my bonus action to make a melee attack or shove a creature. Also, my breath weapon does force damage and pushes, so I'm making a very pushy barbarian.
Yeah. And you try, and eventually maybe you all rest, or you find a small bit of shade to take a break in along your travels, and eventually you manage to uproot a tree. You hear that crack as it pulls free of the dense sand. Yeah. And what little shade you all had is now gone. Yeah. As it falls down. And as it smashes to the sand, it poofs into the air. The camera begins to refocus on Delphina. Delphina, what does your leveling in your journey look like?
So by quirk of being what she is more active at night. So 2 birds with 1 stone. She had gotten these new heeled boots, and they haven't quite kind of like broken in yet.
Oh no,
and
not unbroken in boots. Worse.
Right before. Yes. And she needs to practice for stage dueling, which next season for the Zobek placing are requiring a lot of those. So she'll rope in anyone that is awake at night for a little bit of stage practice, which is
me. I will gladly do that.
Love it. And what feat did you take again?
I took mobile.
Mobile. Okay. Oh, that makes sense. Okay. Very cool.
I get a speed increase of 10 feet, so I can move 40 feet. And whenever I make a melee attack, I don't provoke opportunity attacks from them.
Very handy. Very handy. Again, that ambush last time and all of those gnolls seem to have scared all of you into a few combat tactics, I see. And last but certainly not least, our dearest bard, the man with the best hat.
Yes.
What does it look like as you begin to level up your bardly powers?
So Royce Torvald is city folk. He cares not for these wide open plains, which contrasts with my choice of hat. But so it's rough going for him. He's not used to this, riding on the back of a camel in a desert. So over the course of the next few days, he feels better about it, though. He's finally, he kind of gets used to this hard life, this hard living in this desert. And my constitution increases as a result. Yes, I feel heartier. Royce Torvald. Also, at night, he casts polymorph on the camels. These camels are having a grand old time. Or a rabbit.
I was about to say, what do you polymorph them into?
Now you are a camel again, he says, turning it back to a camel. Now a squirrel.
And every time you bring it down, it still makes like camel grunts and like noises, but it's now an adorable squirrel or
he loves it, I say.
They look very confused every time they pop back into their true form.
Also, I'm going to give Sinclair treats when Arendt is asleep or not looking.
I imagine he takes some what kind of treats?
Jerky? I don't know. What do dragons like?
What are dragon? Rabbits.
Rabbits? No, not rabbits. No, we need them.
I think this would be the perfect time to flex that new alert feat that I got.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah. Maybe there's a moment, and you can feel it. The hairs on your body stand on end.
True friends
Just
know
gonna
that
be
their
an arrow that
friendship will be
goes
forever.
straight through whatever that food is.
Yeah, and it knocks it into one of these palm trees where you are checking for shade, and you can see there's like an empty snap of his jowls as he tries to get the treat. He goes, "Oh, yeah, really? Oh,
I'll get you, tree. Stay away from my dragon.
oh."
You might go back to sleep.
Yeah, he kind of looks at you and like looks at this whatever this treat was nailed to a tree and considers it and kind of scoots over and tries to use his tongue to pull it from the tree. He gives you a nice little wink there, Royce.
Nice.
He's gonna get his treat one way or the other. But as this day, your second day, grows short, you can see that the sun is going down. It's finally beginning to cool off a little bit. That desert darkness begins to set in. You're either going to have to make camp or find somewhere. But since we rolled a 21 on or 24 on survival, tracking the prints has been relatively easy. And as you all kind of come up over this massive dune, the camels are tired. All of you need real food and lodging. You can see the tracks continue southward past a town. The first real town, not like a cantina in the middle of nowhere, not like a random temple, but like a proper little thorp of a village is here, and you can see there is a lot of activity. There's a lot of noise coming from the town. People seem to be active, even as the sun begins to set. And it looks like this might be a welcoming place, or at least a place, who knows if it's welcoming, to rest your head, to refuel your camels as you continue, and who knows, they may have seen the beast you look for. The sign outside of town, handwritten on a rock, more than likely, with an arrow, says Bleak Rock.
Let us water our camels here, I say. Is there a trough or something for camel watering?
Yeah, if you take the little trail, you can see it's a little bit more beaten of a path. It leads into town. Like I said, quaint, the bare minimum. Most of the area in here has begun to get kind of rocky, and the residential housing seems to maybe be built into the side of this sandstone, this like small sandstone cliff or embankment that overlooks the rest of the town. And as you enter, there's like there's usually a trough right inside for horses or camels or whatever, and the camels very quickly go over and begin drinking. You can see probably a tavern or some kind of inn sits nearby, along with some small basic storefront businesses, a general store and whatnot. But what catches your eye as your camels are like lapping up this water is actually the activity around a circular, open-topped, I hate to call it building, but space. It sits right in the middle of town. Possibly an arena of some kind. And it seems all the activity of people coming and going is happening around that arena.
Are there any street urchins in the area? I want to call. You there, boy! What is this? I don't want to say building, but what is this central open space building?
Yeah, what is this? There is a boy. We'll say he's got a shovel. It is clearly his job to keep the streets clean of
a working
manure.
man. I appreciate
he's a working man. So he very quickly comes up behind your camels and scoops up anything that gets left behind, and he tosses it.
A true professional.
Yeah, it's a true professional. And he says, "Oh, sir, well, it's the fights, of course."
Of course.
That's it. It's the fighting rinks.
Oh, how does one enter the fighting rings?
Oh, no. You don't fight. It's betting. We fight them. The dogs against one another.
Oh. I do not care for this.
Dog mauls. You know what dog mauls are. And he kind of he goes,
enlighten my companions.
He He goes, well, right here, sir, and he kind of slides this door of the stable like back, and you can see in different pens. There's some horses and stuff, but in these stacked crates are these creatures. They're called dog moles, and it's just about what it sounds like. It's a canine-like creature, but it's got kind of a mole-like face and these claws, these rabid claws, and they're like rustling around. You can tell that they probably pin the dog moles against one another and fight them like a ring fighting.
Oh, dog moles! I misheard you. Oh, I have no qualms with this then.
Yeah, he says, he goes, you know, you can make a lot of money if you win.
My eyebrows widen at that, and I turn to my companions. Perhaps a little side adventure for us, if anyone is interested in us making money. That sounds good to me.
I mean, money's good.
Money is good.
When I saw the building, I was really hoping for, theater, but this is fine.
I was really hoping
theater.
for some culture out here in this desert.
Money is good, and the side quest is also good, but we should maybe worry about what is a
The giant demon thing that we're hunting?
Yeah, exactly,
That
the
big
giant demon, or maybe
demon.
the one shot. We don't want to turn it into a 2 or 3.
He goes, are you hunting the beast? The big one?
Yes, we all are. We are hunting the big beast. Yes,
Are you adventurers?
No.
I am a physical education teacher.
Oh.
Have
Why
a mountain.
be?
But if I was an adventurer, what would I do? How would you respond?
Oh, you're asking me?
Yes.
Well, I'd go up to it and I'd stab my sword through its chest.
Well done.
Yeah,
An adventurer you shall be, no doubt, one day.
Yes.
It's hardcore.
You
Which
hear...
dir-
Oh, yeah. What'd you say, Rudy?
I said, you saw the monster then? You saw it pass through town or in the vicinity of the town?
It came through in the middle of the night. It didn't even bother the town. I sat on the roof up there, and he kind of points to the top of what looks to be like the stands, and I watched it. A few of us did.
What did it look like?
Oh.
It was night, but what do you remember?
4 legs, and it ran at incredibly fast speed. It was huge.
Like a hyena?
Yeah.
And which way did it go?
That way. And he points again south, towards the the tracks. It's about this time you hear a much gruffer voice, maybe a little drunkenly, come from inside the stables. And he goes, "Hey, boy, are you still scooping or are you talking?" And he begins scooping fake poop to make it look like he's been busy.
I don't like the way that kid's I don't like the way that guy's talking to you.
He's my boss. Pays me good
Oh,
gold.
The fault is mine, sir, for I was distracting this young, hardworking individual who has clearly a future in poop scooping. May I ask you a few questions, if you mind? Do not mind.
As he reveals himself, this rotund older human comes out. He looks well worn and a little crazed in one eye, but dresses a smidge fancier than I think what you might suspect a stable owner to dress. In fact, you know what? Royce, roll an insight check. You're a performer.
I am.
Mm-hmm.
And I am insightful. 15.
Yeah, that's pretty good. The jacket that he wears, though it's been re-hemmed, some new things put on it, maybe some fresh cuffs, you immediately recognize this jacket as a performer. Some performers prefer to perform in a troupe, and it seems that his jacket is standard, or was at one time standard issue, for the performers of a traveling circus called the Yellow Haze.
Oh.
But he does not look like maybe he's in tip-top shape
I was
to be a
gonna say.
performer anymore, but maybe at one time, at least he's donning the clothes, and he comes out to address you directly, and he goes, I see. Well, my boy here, he's got a job to do. And he says,
Agreed.
Are you in town for the fights?
I waggle my eyebrows at the rest of the party. We could be, I say.
There's nothing wrong with a little competition except for when it is in a bit of a time constraint.
Well, you're not going to go out in the desert in the middle of the night.
Well,
sense.
we could. I mean, it's
Yeah,
just a
it's
bit
possible.
colder.
Night's better than the day,
I mean,
honestly.
if we're here, we might as well partake. It's not like the big beast is going anywhere in a big hurry.
Might as well
Destroy
take
the
in the
entire world.
culture. Yeah, nice. Ada, time master. They know all.
He says, there's nothing like it, the dog fights. And, if you're feeling
Dog ball.
lucky, maybe you can bet on my hair pooch. And he goes over to one of the crates, and as he gets close, you can see this dog mole that was like kind of snarling and drooling at all of you becomes just an affectionate poof of a critter. It like rolls
Aw.
over on its back, and and he puts his hand in the cage and kind of rubs its mole-like skin belly. And yeah, his little fresh little white. He's got little tufts of hair, and he says, "This right here, this is Sketch, my personal dog mole. I can't wait to see what you're gonna do so good tomorrow, aren't you, Pookie? Yes, you are.
Okay.
Yes, you are."
Well, one second, big greasy man.
Yes, basically.
Aerith is gonna stop and look at the party and go, "Are we really gonna support these cute animals fighting?"
No, not anymore. I'm back to disapproving of this.
Okay.
The fact that you approved of it in the first place.
I
is a
mean,
little
before it was
disturbing.
friendly,
He's
they
just
look
gonna-
pretty scary.
I love this.
He's just gonna look him straight in the eye and go, "You definitely stay away from my dragon."
Here's
And
what-
then he's gonna look at the big guy.
He goes, well, we don't fight dragons here, just dog moles like this.
Yeah, I'm not so into this anymore.
And he goes, yeah, it's fine. It's usually just a little competition here, a little competition there. Go.
Do they fight to the death, or is it like
Oh,
he gives up? He's done.
no. We're not
Okay.
heathens.
Okay.
And he looks at you. He says, "Yeah, it's just a little friendly dog mole fight, isn't it, Pookie?" And he puts his hand in there again and like rubs his chest.
Can I insight check him on that whole fight to the
Yeah,
death?
absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
I'm not good at insight. I just want to
You wanna
introduce
yeah.
him to death.
Yeah. Okay. So, these don't look like poofy friendly critters, which means that the fights are probably pretty intense.
Yeah.
But you can see on this creature, even at a 9, that there are like past scratches and things that have healed up. So you can tell like none of them. This creature has been in the pits before and has survived. If that makes
Okay.
sense. It doesn't seem like this is an illegal thing. It doesn't seem like they're mistreating. This is a very fat and happy dog mole.
I would like to walk over and attempt the animal handling just to make sure that this thing is happy and at peace.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah, that's a great idea. Yeah. Oh, at an 18.
It's an 18. Yeah.
So he's like, "Oh, pokey," and he's like rubbing his belly. And you come over, and as you squat, he's kind of in the lower cage. He rolls over with his big stance again and kind of looks through the cage at you. At an 18, you see some history of fighting. You can see that he has been decked out like across his, I hate to call them paws, but it's like digging paws or claws with like some armor, and he has like a piece on his back.
Ooh.
And as you get close, you can see something else strange. Near the like edges of his mouth, he foams in like an not like he's thirsty, but like there's something wrong. And it kind of has a dark consistency to it, much like the viscous stuff that you found on the scythe. And he goes to pet Pookie. Pookie, he has a name. He keeps calling him Pookie. That's his pet name. What did he call him? Skitch. He goes, "Oh, I love you, Skitch." And as he does, Skitch snips at him. And like snaps at his hand, and he goes, "Pookie!" And he looks very surprised standing next to you as all of you witness this adorable creature like flip and become a little violent towards his owner.
All right, well, I guess I'm popping the first spell of the day. Let's do it. We are casting one whole speak with animal.
Oh, yeah. Okay. This will be ridiculous. All right, go for it.
Hey, what was that about?
Salutations, friend.
Ah.
Well, hi. I'm Aaron. This is Sinclair.
My given name is but my master calls me Skith.
Well, it's a pleasure to meet you.
The pleasure is all mine.
I can't help but notice that you seem to bear a couple of wounds from your past.
Oh, yes. As a warrior, I bear the burden of my scars.
And this is what you choose to be, a warrior. This is, again, according to your will.
Oh, I choose to be with my master.
All right. Because if you wanted me to, I would gladly dispatch him for it.
Oh, I get fed large kibbles and bits when I do well in the pit. I enjoy fighting.
So why did you snap at your master?
What?
You just spit at him.
I have never done such a... And as you say that, it like stops speaking to you and then nips at the bars of the cage and like laps their jowls around it and begins squeezing it. And he's like, "Oh, Pookie, stop it, not your cage, I just brand new."
Oh, well, he doesn't know what he's doing. I'm going to attempt a medicine check. This is interesting.
Yeah, go for it.
Ew, I only know animals and murder.
That's okay. Well, at an 8, it wasn't a total fail. You may not know what exactly is wrong with, but you can tell there is something wrong because their eyes kind of glaze over, their pupils dilate in a strange way, and that same dark viscousness kind of ekes from the edges of their foaming jowls as they no longer speak with such diction and precision. What languages do you speak?
Abyssal, Common, Deep Speech, Draconic, Dwarvish, Infernal, and Orc.
Yeah, you got plenty. So you recognize that whatever this is starts speaking some kind of dark language, we'll call it.
Okay.
It doesn't necessarily make sense to you, which means that it is more than likely babble, but it seems to be affected by a dark power or a dark energy. And of course, you are reminded that the creature, you were told that in its wake, it tends to leave behind, like, corruption.
Yeah. I'm going to look to Sinclair and go, "Do you got any questions?"
It seems odd.
Yep.
That's not a question. No.
Okay. Good talk.
Yeah. Sinclair's like looking around going, "Please don't put me in the fight pits." You know, like you can tell like this is like weird. And it of course is this gentleman. He says, "Well, I'm old Balf. And, we're gonna get some drinks in the tavern, and then we're gonna head down to the pits, because tonight's the big fight, isn't that right, Pookie?"
Is biting the cage normal?
Oh, she's just excited.
You were talking to the creature, yeah? What'd you find out?
Oh, right. First off, his name is Second off, Yeah, thank you. Second off, very distinguished, happy to be a warrior, and
Oh, okay.
enjoys the fights.
I approve again.
Yes, I approve. I'm back to approving.
Also, is under the effect of some sort of corruption because he does not
Ooh,
have any
disapprove.
memory. Does not have any memory of snapping at his master.
That's
Oh.
that's not true. You're peak perfect.
Would you mind if I had a brief look? I'm a cleric.
He kind of gestures to the cage. At this point, his dog mole has kind of given up on the cage biting and is like and is kind of panting in the cage.
I'd like to get out like a little bit of the holy water that I've been using,
Oh.
like the stuff that I used to help purify the area of the temple that was corrupted previously.
Yeah.
And I think I'd like to sort of spritz a little bit on our buddy, the dog mole here.
Oh, okay. You splash a little bit, and immediately it doesn't burn like a possessed body. There's nothing like that, but you can see that the dog mole like pushes to the back of the cage, like away from it as it hits their hand, and a little on their face, and it burns away the viscousness, like sizzles and bubbles, like salsa, as it eats away at the viscousness that was dripping from the edges of its mouth, and it like as it pulls to the back of the cage, and he goes, "Hey, what are you doing?"
It looks like when that big ol' meanie creature, usually when it passes by, it leaves like bad corruption sort of stuff in its wake. I think that your
What creature?
beloved Pookie is the big monster looks like a hyena, ran through town a couple days ago, headed that direction.
Oh, I thought the kid was kidding.
Oh no, that's a thing. That's a
Well,
real
at least
thing.
it left the town alone.
Well-
Good riddance to it.
It left the town alone, but I don't think it left your beloved pet alone. And if
Trust me,
something's-
I would know if somebody snuck in the middle of the night and messed with Skittis. Wouldn't I? Yes, I would.
Are there other dog moles in these pens?
There is
or-
there's a couple. This
Okay.
one, and then the one that's stacked above it has been watching all of you. Has a very different, like, little personality. It's not quite as active. It's been watching all of you with, like, deft eyes.
Aaron, go talk
Um,
to this one. See what
yeah.
accent it has.
yeah. Put Doth on the spot. But yeah, there's some more in here. There's about probably 6 of them. These 2 being the largest and most, like, mature of them.
hmm
Aerith goes, what makes you think I was talking to it? I just like making noises.
Weren't
at
you going
animals."
like and stuff like that?
Yeah, I like making noises at animals.
I've been around the block before. I've seen an animal spoken to. But in the meantime, do these other animals have that black goo around their faces? The other dog moles
As
are
you
just-
begin to kind of look around, as you start to look around, it does look like some of them, it's either dripped in their cage, like the last couple days. They are all somewhat affected. Some of them, like critters will like weep from their eyes if they have allergies or like those kinds of things.
Mm.
And each of the dog moles are a little different. The one stacked, the other large one that's been watching all of you intently is like a beautiful kind of dark gray and black color, like ebony. So they each have their own like armor and style.
They all have clothes.
Yeah.
I am going to call out, if any of you don't want to be here, please let me know. And he's saying that in
To
dog
all of
mole.
them.
Mhm.
All the dog moles stop and look at Araneth as they do that. And there's like a vast round of silence, but it's the
Definitely
one
talking to them.
the one up top will speak to you directly. But I see that our dear Powell rolled an insight. Are you looking into something in particular?
Yeah, I wanted to see if Aerith was lying when they were like, "Nah, I just like making dog noises."
I mean,
Right.
my passive insight is 20.
0.
Yeah.
Dang.
So you can tell that there's like, you're not entirely sure. Maybe he truly does just like talking and dog. But then Araneth turns once again and speaks once again to the group of them. The one
And
that's
that's when I say,
He's definitely talking to them.
this one kind of crawls to the edge of the cage. And this one speaks to you, and she says, I don't know what you talking about, but I can tell you that ain't nobody here don't like their job.
Oh.
Oh.
Well, hello. I'm Aaron. What's your name?
My master calls me Ingot.
Ingot.
Yeah, because I'm black. I'm like my color and.
Yeah, no, I got you.
Yeah, okay, great. All right, I'm just making sure
No further need to explain.
Okay, great, wonderful. No, we're real happy. In fact, I'm very much looking forward to winning the fights tonight.
Oh, well, good luck on your fight. Did you see the big demon monstrosity thing that's made of corruption and sweet death?
I only got about half them words, but I'll tell you what. About 2 nights ago, I felt some tremors in the ground. I thought to myself, what could possibly be making tremors so big that, the spikes on the back of my armor stand up on end. But I didn't see nothing.
Did anybody see nothing?
The rest of them are like, oh, no, I didn't see nothing. We didn't see nothing.
Okay. Well, I'm glad that you didn't, because if you saw something, it probably would have saw you back and bad things would have occurred.
Well,
have you noticed any of your friends acting funny?
What do you mean acting funny? And then all of a sudden she's like, and again, like, comes at the cage, and she goes, oh my pardons. I a little something caught in my throat there.
That's acting funny.
But no, I just, I get a little excited.
Okay. So everyone, that's Ingot. Okay. They didn't see nothing.
It's about
and they're really they're really excited for the fight, but I don't think you all should be fighting in your condition.
What do you mean? I'm in peak condition. Look at these hams. Look at them.
I mean, lovely hams. Lovely. But
you don't get hams like this just waltzing about the desert.
Oh, you just start talking about hams to this animal. We're like, oh, okay.
I worked hard to have this here physique, and I am in peak condition for winning tonight's fights. And if I win, my master says she's going to give me, hams.
Hams.
Hams for hams.
Hey, yeah.
Hams earn hams.
Yeah, that's right. Good hams earn.
Not that I understand a word that's being said.
That's my favorite fundraiser. Hams for hams.
Yeah. It's always leg day here in Bleak Rock.
Oh my lord. He's gonna just go to
skip leg day. You're right. I like this. Oh, never mind. I can't hear this. I don't know what's happening.
He'll translate as he's walking to the owner and going, you gotta call off the fight.
Well, look, kid, I don't think we could just call off the fight. People have come from all over the Southlands to, see the... And I'm gonna be honest, I got some real gold, like, riding on this thing. And he kind of picks his head and he goes, hey, Mog, come here. They want us to call off the fights. And you see this dwarfish woman come round the corner.
A dwarf, perhaps?
Yes, a dwarf woman comes around the corner, and she is dwarfish. Yes, she's actually larger, like tall for your average dwarf, I guess you could say. There's a possibility she may be part giant or something. You're not sure. She doesn't look like she's from around these parts, but the sand is all in her like big hair, and she comes around the corner with heavy feet. She wears an apron.
My favorite penguin movie.
Heavy feet. Yeah, she comes over. Yes, all about breaking up the ice. She comes around the corner, and she kind of wipes her hands on her apron, and she meets you with a gruff eye. And out of the corner of her mouth, she's like, "Ain't nobody in this town stopping any fights."
Are you the mayor?
No.
Who runs the fights?
Well, they're part of the town. She kind of looks at you like, what do you mean who runs the fight? We run the fights.
Is there a body who, sets the rules and collects the bets? And surely there's some sort of organization that runs the fights?
You must be city folk.
Well, I'm not going to deny that, I say.
How could you tell?
I'm not. I'm from the mountains. I'm the one. You're
The mountain. You're from the mountain.
it's
Singular.
it's work. It's a work in progress. Your moles, your dog moles, are corrupted, and they're wonderfully trained. You've done a fantastic job. However, they are losing themselves to this corruption, and they will kill each other. This fight has to stop.
Nah.
Well,
Yeah.
Nah.
how about look at it this way? I've seen performances go bad, and those things tend to linger far after the day. If you have a bad performance with potentially ill animals, you will not hear the end of it. They'll say, Bleak Rock,
Think of-
oh, that's where
think
the
of the bad-
bad
think of
fighting
bad
are.
press.
Think of all the
Bad
reviews.
fighting, yes.
That's how you get a
Horrible
one-star
reviews.
review on Midgard Yelp.
That's right, on Mid-Yelp.
We'd help.
Or Yelp.
Subpar is worse than awful or good, so.
Are you saying Ingot
Think of-
subpar?
And par. It's awful.
they're
it's worse than
sick.
par.
No, Ingot has lovely hams, but also Ingot is corrupted and will probably kill her enemy, and she doesn't want to do that, right? Ingot, you don't want to kill anybody, do you?
Look at their faces. There's like stuff coming out of them. That's not normal. Look, I say, and I point.
Who wants to roll a persuasion check?
Oh,
Ooh.
Hello.
I am
Ooh.
very
Yeah.
persuasive.
You all seem to be making
Okay.
various arguments. I'll give you
Yeah.
a single check.
Kablam!
Yeah.
25.
Oh.
It's when you point to the saliva. She walks over. She pulls a very like dusty rag from the pants that she wears, and she reaches in and she wipes the from around, and you can see Ingot just like melts in her master's like presence and
There,
grace.
I'm back to
She's like-
disapproving this.
Right, and she's cleaning up, and she says, "Yeah, I guess it's kind of strange. You're not sick, are you, Ingot?"
Ingot shakes its head.
yeah. There's like a a no, and she turns around and she says, "I really appreciate all the concern you lot have, but the fact of the matter is, fights start in," and you hear it. There's a bell in town. Dung. 1 hour. And the fact of the matter is, the miners are coming down to drag them into the pits, so it's a little late for your heroics.
Fine. Let's get supplies and move on. I don't have time for this.
And
We
she says,
tried to save your damn town, but you don't want to be saved.
Sh-
I'm neutral.
"There's nothing wrong. We've been here for many years." And she says, "How about this? Since all of you seem so interested in the fights, I'll give you VIP seats."
Okay, I'm back in. Let's watch the fights, everyone. VIP seats. Who can say no to that?
Well, here's the thing: is if we can't
roller coaster.
actively stop the fights, at least we can mitigate damage if
Yeah, we can
anything
at
really
least
bad
All
happens.
Ada.
Mhm.
Very true.
She reaches in her pocket and hands you each what looks to be a chip. It's not a gold coin. It's like more like the size of a poker chip, and it's made of fired clay. And she each hands you one. There's the symbol of like Bleak Rock. You can see it on their like flags and things, like pressed
Sure.
into the clay and fired. And she says,
What is that What is that exactly?
It's a rock.
It's a
Dungeon Master. What is
correct. The symbol.
The sign of Bleak Rock.
It's a,
The
it's a,
symbol
it's
is-
a
rock.
symbol
The
of
rock, okay.
yeah. It
And the
is. It's
sad
a
face.
it's a mountain with yes.
Sort of sad face.
It's actually it's like a outline of a mountain with a pickaxe like slammed into the side of it.
Yeah.
yeah.
She mentioned miners, right?
Yeah, so they seem to be a mining town. They probably mine from whatever sandstone quarries are like in, near, and around the area, just based on your surroundings at the moment. And she seems to probably be one of those miners, just based on like the dust in her hair and the dirt on her clothes. And the back area of this stall like slides open. It rolls open, and sure enough, a couple other miners come through. A variety of people. This town doesn't seem to serve its just one race or species. It looks like maybe a stop through town or a place people settle if they want to be on the outskirts. And they attach lines or like ropes to the back of these cages and begin kind of pulling them into town. You can see they're all on these like wheeled carts, and they begin kind of moving down towards. And she says, "Down those chips right there. We'll get you in. All you can drink, all you can eat. VIP seating.
hat flies off my head. Wonderful.
Surprise.
Who takes bets?
The miners.
The town. Oh yeah.
When you get to the pits, there'll be a bookie.
There. The bookie. Okay.
No, bookie.
Book.
His name.
Person named Bookie.
Yes.
Well, sometimes you're born into your job.
That is fortuitous.
She says, yeah, whatever, I guess. And then
Maybe
she
I should change my name to Jim.
Jim Teachar.
You see she waves with like her little handkerchief that she used to wipe her mole rats. She seems just enamored, like totally in love with her creature as they like roll off. And then she gives like a really stink eye look to the old crotchety gentleman, the old performer, as they pass by, as if maybe they're a little bit, rivals.
Is there a program we can get beforehand too, or like listing the fights and the fighter stats
Well,
and everything?
you the playbill, it can be picked up at the door.
That makes sense.
And as you walk through, you can see everybody is hyped for this. Kids, anybody that lives here, and then a few people from out of town. You can see the stables are packed with horses and camels. There's a no vacancy sign on the tavern out front. This is probably one of the only major forms of entertainment anywhere near this area. You don't know how frequently they do these, but they've got banners up. Somebody's playing some kind of horned instrument to liven the mood. And as you get close, there is, 2 guards at the front who ask to see, like, your ticket. And all of you, of course, hand over these clay coins. And their eyes get big, like, oh, VIP. And they gesture you, yes, there you go. That's imagine what it looks like. Yeah, like a red coin. They gesture you to a private flight of stairs that go up. This is an arena, like a proper open arena. So they gesture up to the box seats, basically.
Dope.
I think as we're making our way to our seats, out of the fight bill or whatever we're calling it, a slip falls, and like on the ground as Paul was taking a step over some of the stairs to then reach, he bends down and picks it up and goes,
Oh, it looks like the role of Romulus is going to be played by Ingod tonight.
Oh,
all right, we come at the right time, I see.
Yeah, now's your chance to step up and impress everybody, Ingot.
And you get in there, and there's a flag hanging, like down near the pit, for each critter. That's how they pair them up. All like this flag to this flag gets to go into the fights. People are filing into the stands, very, very excited. A little gnome comes up and asks to take an order if y'all want drinks or food or what have you.
Yes. I will have one of everything. Ham?
Blood.
Give me the
Because,
ham.
Just cost of blood.
Yeah, okay, ham, got it. And he
And
kind of like
blood.
pitters,
And
ham,
blood for the lady.
blood and ham. And he kind of pitters off. He looks a little strangely at the blood, but there's plenty of blood in this town, in terms of just like livestock and such. So,
do we have a plan for when these things go crazy and like attack the audience? That's
They may
inevitable or
not,
whatever.
they may not go crazy. They may not have to break the fourth wall. It may be
This-
fine.
I mean, this is in character. I think, yeah.
This entire time, Arinth has been casting Summon Beast,
Ooh.
and is summoning an eagle.
okay.
And I am just going to take a ready action with my sand arrow.
Oh, nice.
Should things start popping off.
Okay, cool. So, the map should now be visible to everyone. Can you see it?
Yes.
Great. Okay, so your entrance from town was here. Oh, nope, not on the right layer. Would have been from the west. But you can see that more than likely there's some like easterly entrance as well. We'll say there was not really a box seat. I gave that to y'all for shits and giggles. So I'm gonna move these guys around. Give y'all the perfect box seat. Which
You
is gonna
give
be
us the best seat.
Yeah, you're gonna have a nice little box seat, which will be this red chunk right here. And it does, in this case, you're actually sitting above this chunk of stands, right? It's like raised and looking down on the pits. Now the
Gotcha.
pits themselves have a lip. There's like a
Oh,
5-foot
yes.
dirt piece, and then it drops off into the pit past these like spiked walls. You can see
Ooh.
there's a jester. I call him a jester, an entertainer in the pit. Oh, he's doing pretty great. He's being chased by baby dog moles. It's like, you know, they're
man.
biting at his butt, and he's like joking, and he'll fall, and they'll ravage him a little bit, and it's like a whole pre-show entertainment thing to keep
All
people.
right. Is there music to this? I whip out my.
There
lute and
is
start
not
playing
currently
music.
music.
I start
Yeah.
playing music, like silly music, to accompany this.
Yeah, roll a performance check.
Yes, I will. 15.
A 15 is pretty good. Yeah, you start playing out, and because of your height, everybody could hear it. People start cheering and laughing. Drunk people are like, you know, and bets are being placed at this entrance. Oh, I'm so sorry. Excuse me. It seems that people are placing bets at this entrance here.
Well, it really isn't worth making a bet because everything's going to go terribly wrong.
Because we have to get up and go all the way
Yeah.
across
Also,
the
yeah, I'm
arena.
pretty comfy here. Everyone knows.
Right.
The gnome returns with, you know, it's not really a bucket. It's like a cairn of blood and some big old chunks of ham, for sure.
Nice.
Along with maybe, there's not a lot of fresh fruit, one might say, but maybe some like cactus and things of that nature that would have like really refreshing aloe and water and things of that nature. Something kind of refreshing to munch on.
I will have, do you have citrine? Or topaz?
We got sandstone.
Oh,
Nah.
no.
I'll try my best.
Too
sandy?
gamey, right?
It's great.
It's empty calories anyways.
Exactly. It gets everywhere. I'll try, you know what? I'll try some of this ham, I guess.
And you kind of nom the ham. It's actually pretty decent ham. It's well cured. It's salted, so forth and so on. And as all of you maybe enjoy your drinks, your eats, you hear the sound of like, oh, as an eagle flies in and begins kind of looping the top of the area, and you catch sight of it, Araneth. The eagle is here and ready for action in case something strange happens, which I can't imagine. Why would anything strange? There's nothing
Hey,
wrong
Aaron.
in this town.
Hey, Aaron.
Yeah.
Can I feed some ham to Sinclair?
Oh, I should have.
Absolutely.
I imagine Sinclair maybe is on the top of this, like the roof of this thing, and leans over because there's not enough room for him actually in this booth. It really fits like 4 comfortably, and y'all are 5 strong. And he like peers down. And he goes, somebody call my name.
I'm gonna feed Sinclair some ham.
Oh my God, it's ham. Ham. I love ham. Oh, ham. Huh?
Give Aaron some scritches, or give Sinclair some scritches.
Oh, and scritches. Ham and scritches. Why don't you ever give me ham and scritches, huh?
Mmm.
Oh, here we go. You know, this is happening. You're welcome. We're trying to build a new rapport.
Oh, right.
Sinclair.
Thank you for the ham. But you
No, don't thank me. I mean, just like, you don't have to. You know, I give you the best that I can get. I hunt food for you, bro.
Oh yeah,
like,
that's true. I've seen that.
I mean,
okay, I'm just okay.
Hey, we gotta focus on the task
right,
here.
I'm gonna take my ham
That's
up here.
These bulldogs are gonna kill each other.
Oh, what? And as you say that, you hear the bell like dong dong ring out across town, signaling the next hour, and the fights begin to start. The baby dog moles are like pushed away, and the entertainment, the rodeo clown, if you would, follows them. And your song comes to the perfect end as everybody begins to like, whoa, clap. And you can see they pull the first 2 flags. The first flag is inserted next to the next one. And it has, of course, called the 2 dog moles that you, I guess, spoke with. I would say you met, but you spoke with.
Yeah.
Which is Ingot and, I can't remember, Skitch.
Sketch. I'm going to ready Polymorph, my spell, to
Good call.
cast on the first one that goes wild.
Awesome.
It may not
Because
go
it's...
wild.
It may not. It may
It
not.
may not happen.
It may not.
people are trying to get last minute bets in, and when the bell rings, you can see the bookie stops taking them, and he kind of sits there with his pad as he waits to see how this will play out.
What direction are the bets going in? Do people seem to have a favorite? Do we have an underdog mole here?
You know what?
I should get inspiration for that, by the way.
We'll do even for Ingot, odd for Skitch. Okay, even. So it looks like things are going in favor of Ingot. It's got to be those hams. Somebody goes, man, look at those hams.
Look at those hams. They're not talking to us.
It's Ingot. It's Ingot versus Stitch tonight?
Skitch, yep. Yep, Skitch.
No.
It is. And you can see both of their owners.
Are two NPCs.
Yes.
They have names and voices. This is awful.
Here is Mog, and Old Baff is here. And the two of them sit apart. They kind of eye each other from across the rink, knowing that this is the first fight of the night. And it'll be a really important one. And the quote-unquote fights begin. Now, to your surprise, it doesn't pan out the way maybe you all thought. There's no like immediate rush to the center as they remove the like chains from the collars or armor that they wear. Instead, the two of these dog moles kind of face one another and begin doing some kind of ceremonial dance. Would be the best way that I could like describe it to you. They like pace each other out.
Feeling each other out, or is this?
Yeah,
more...
that's the vibe you get. Is they're kind of feeling each other out. It's like the bow.
They're professionals.
Yeah, they're clearly professionals.
They know what they're doing. They're not brawlers.
I apologize in advance for this.
Oh no. No, you don't. I know you don't mean that.
I don't. I'm gonna cast Speak with Animals again because I want to hear what they're saying as a
the banter. There's got to be banter going on there.
Like the second one of them stops talking and goes blah 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 like they did before.
Oh yeah,
that's what I'm acting.
Okay, so you can see the sound of everybody cheering and the common languages being used almost become deafened, like your head goes underwater, and all you can tune in on are the creatures speaking in and around the area. You realize there's a couple rats under you because they too are taking bets. Like, see, I don't know. I think it's gonna be a god.
Man, I love the rats. I'm gonna take some rats with me. They're great.
And, yeah. Give me some of that. Oh, is that ham? Oh, you don't need that ham. And they're kind of like fighting over it. But you managed to kind of try to focus in, and they are a bit ways from you, right? Because you're up 10 feet. Then you've got the kind of tiered arena, and then down 10 more feet into the pit. And so as you tune your hearing to try to pick up on what they're saying, it's not quite exactly as I think you imagined. They're faced off, and they're doing this thing where like one lifts a leg and the other mirrors them. It's like feeling each other out, and you can see Ingot goes, all right leg, left leg, to the right, to the left, grapevine.
People are like going wild at all this.
Yeah, because they're like, it looks really intimidating. Like, you know, from the outside, it looks like these two creatures are snarling, but in actuality, the dog mole way is that they have to do a small dance of appreciation before they can attack one another. It's like respect. They're paying respects. And you hear the other one, of course, with it right and a left and a crisscross grapevine 3-4 as they kind of mirror each other around the circle. And then you hear the bell, the actual ding 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 of the kind of pinging bell that signals the full start of the fight. Yeah, the dog mole cha-cha slide of the fight. And once they are done, they bow to one another. They kind of lower. And you can hint, this is when the shit's talking starts. Ingot goes, I'm gonna rip your throat out.
Oh.
And the other one goes, I have plans to harm you as well. And Ingot's like, I've been working on my hams. The other one's like, well, your hams are not as good as my gams. And there seems to be some serious dog mole shit talking happening on the in the
you know what? I will translate.
You become the closing captioning. And nice. We'll say it starts out as Ingot, and the two of them begin that like run towards one another to begin the fight. And it's a little bit less vicious. They're not just like ripping at each other's throats. They're actually like planning attacks. One of them kind of swipes, the other one dodges. They're a little agile. You can see Ingot buries under the ground. At one point she goes, "Oh, I got your goat now." And she like digs under the ground and pops up from behind him for a second. And as she comes out of the ground, you can see she went to go make an attack, and then there's like a stop. And you hear that. She goes, "Oh, I got your goat now." And as she comes out, you hear the as she stops speaking in her, I guess, native voice. And you hear Ingot let out a painful, like, whelp or yelp as she kind of stumbles to the side. He goes, "My goodness. What is wrong with you?" And two stumbles back, and the two of them begin kind of shaking as if they were to, like, explode. Like, there's too much energy balled up in their tiny dog mole bodies. And, in fact, their heads, like, split open in this odd way right above their mouth, and they kind of deform their bodies in this kind of horrific way. And you can
This
hear
seems wrong. This seems wrong, right?
Yeah,
Can I have
yes.
Aren't that, is that
getting the
supposed to happen?
play-by-play too from Aaron? So time to
I
turn
don't
them
know.
into cute bunny rabbits.
Right.
I don't know what dog moles are, but is that? Are they supposed to do that?
They're not supposed to do that. And he just fires.
Sure.
Oh, you
I'll,
fired down into the rink. Okay.
I'll
Yeah.
polymorph the one that you're not firing on.
And I will activate my bells. Ha!
They both are gonna need to make a DC 11 Constitution save, which they'll probably make, or be blinded. And also, their speed is reduced by 10 feet.
Okay. That
Which
was a
one?
24.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
24 for their con save.
Whoa.
Oof.
Oh boy.
Actually, yep. Okay. All right, great. And then they need to make another. So they're not blinded, but do they take damage?
No. This was my AOE arrow.
Okay.
He's specifically trying not to hurt them.
Oh, okay.
Pronounced ally arrow.
Yeah. Well, as your sand arrow like pings down and hits, and it like poofs sand, you can see it does push them back from one another, right? So they're not like attacking one another, but they're still struggling with whatever deformities are happening to their body. You can see the hams begin to like swell and bulge in odd ways. Whelps begin to like, and they're like. They go from being dog moles to dog mole juggernauts. So they actually like swell up in size and get a little bit meaner. Some of them break free of their armor. At the polymorph, they have to make a
Wisdom saving throw, DC 16.
Can you target both of them or just one?
No, just the one. I'll target Ingot.
Okay, so they need to make a wisdom save, which is not good for them. Oh, they made a 16.
Damn.
As you hit, you can see the body of Ingot begins to try to morph into this rabbit, like maybe along with the like growing size and ear, like out, and then like the jagged teeth try to turn into like little, bunny teeth, but it doesn't quite happen as the spell doesn't take, and they push it away. Maybe it's whatever corruption has taken hold, but it throws Ingot's body against the back wall, and we will go into a proper initiative now. Delphina, you were saying something, like, did you have a question?
Oh no,
making
she was
that-
just.
okay.
No, she was.
Okay, good. I wanted to make sure I didn't miss whatever you were doing. So
No, it's bad now. It's
yeah, it's bad now. And it's going to be Skitch that notices the audience, and he looks up at the stands. Their owners, Old Balf and Mog, are not happy that you attacked them, and you can hear them go, she says, or he says, "Hey, don't do that, stop harming my dog." And they seem to also be joining the fight.
Against us, then, I assume? They're trying to hit us?
They
Okay,
don't,
that's
they
good.
don't like your fighting there.
We're trying to save them, you fools.
Right.
I would hate to tell you, I told you so.
I
let's
assumed so.
Your sand arrow kicks up a whole
Whoa!
bunch of dust.
Alert! Ah!
Wow. Dang. Okay. All right, let's
I did
throw
not come
this-
to fuck around.
Let's
Yes.
go ahead. I'm gonna
Wow.
roll them twice. Okay, so it would be Ingot got the 5, Sketch got the 21, 14, and then I'm going to add our 2 additional friends here to the mix. I need to make sure that I have the right stat block for her. Because she's a special build. Let me make sure I've got Yes, okay, great. Alright, pop her out too. So, here is our dear friend. She rolled a 13, and our crotchety old man is going to roll his as well. An 11. Alright, let's start tossing some things in order. We got a 14 and a 14, so I'm gonna put Delphina first because you have a +5 to your So our order will begin with well, obviously Aranith. Aranith, you're up, and I'm gonna let both of you take your turn on your round. So
Okay. So first things first is I'm jumping in the pit.
Oh, okay. From where you're at, you're gonna be looking at about 30 feet.
Okay.
Because it drops down, so it'll be a 30-foot drop. You'll be able to make it, but I will have you make an acrobatics check just to make sure you stick the landing.
It rolled from a 17 to a fucking 7. I mean, to a friggin' 7, but it's 11 total.
So, surprisingly enough, their dancing and them kind of writhing around has kicked up a lot of dust, which is making it hard from the stands to begin to see down into the pit. But as you land, the ground meets you a little faster than you realized. It's no, 10-point landing, but you do a nice little tuck and roll. Welcome in, Raiders. Thanks for joining us. So you're able to, no problem, make it to the ground, basically. That would be your movement action.
All right. I am going to spend my action talking to Ingot. I would like to try and use animal handling to kind of calm down, like something's happening to you, but we're here for you.
Okay, so roll an animal handling check and let's see if you can talk her down, because she is a bit upset.
A dirty 20.
20's pretty good. What do you say? What do you say exactly?
Listen, I don't know what's going on with you right now, but somebody who's got gams like that is not so easily taken over and corrupted. So get yourself together, Ingot.
You can see that she attempts to shake it off, shake off whatever's going on, but her body is still mutating in front of you, and there's a struggle there, and she backs herself up against the wall and tries not to allow whatever it is to take her over. I will give you, because of that, for her next round, instead of attacking something else, she's going to try to get herself under control. So basically she'll lose her round for trying to do harm to something.
Okay, and that is going to be everything that I can do for my bonus action. I'm gonna go Sinclair, pin the other one down. So he's going to try and pin this guy down.
Okay, yeah, this is I'll mark these, but this one right here, oops, I'm not on the right. This is our dear Ingot. Okay. And actually I'll label it. We'll put an I here for Ingot so that y'all know there's an I, and this one will be an S for Skitch. Okay, cool. Now I'll know better than anybody. Nice. What about your dragon? The head kind of pops down and around. He's still munching on some ham. He goes, should I do something?
Pin it down! And I will, because I still have my summoned eagle, I'm gonna have the eagle take the help action.
Oh, nice.
To give Sinclair some help by just razzing this other one.
And you want to do that to Skitch?
Yes.
To try to pin it down. So I'm going to need a, this will be like a grapple, so a strength. The dog is going to try to, let's see, do I have anything? That's pretty doggone good.
First roll, and here's the second roll. Come on, Sinclair, I believe in you. This hat is, oh, there we go.
Yeah, so the 20 will probably do it. I'm gonna roll a. I was trying to see if I had any, but I
Yeah,
don't.
20's gonna have to do it because that.
That was yeah. I crit failed.
Let's go.
Yes. You see him dive down, and it's almost like how you can, if a dog's running, you can kind of tumble a dog.
Yeah.
Off their feet. That's kind of what happens, and with the help action of the eagle, which also swoops in, they're able to kind of pin the dog mole on its back, like roly-poly on its back, and it's like, but Sinclair has managed to, like, between the wings and the eagle's help, like, keep it contained in, like, this grapple type position.
Good going, Sinclair. You got a whole ham waiting for you when we're done. That's
nice. Hey, he goes, really? Okay, hey, don't go anywhere, he says to this dog mole. Nicely done. That moves us directly to Skitch's turn. Skitch is going to... What can Skitch do? He's in a grapple, which means he'll make a disadvantage check on just about anything. Sinclair's, like, right there, and this creature's, like, face that has opened up begins, like, dropping these tentacles and trying to grab Sinclair. So they're gonna make a bite and a claw attack against Sinclair. So another critical fail. An 18 to hit with the claws.
Okay. Sinclair's AC is what's my proficiency bonus? I'm sorry, 1 second.
Hey, that's okay. Take your time.
Could be 3.
Okay, so it's a 17.
Oh, it just makes it. So the bite, Sinclair manages to kind of mitigate the bite, but one of these claws does come up and kind of reaches down Sinclair's scaly arm. And does 20 points of damage.
Oh my goodness.
Oh!
Oh no.
Gonna need a lot of hams.
Now, I
A
will
lot
give
of
you
hams.
a choice. You have an
Was that
eagle
on to
companion
Sinclair?
here. That was on Sinclair.
Mhm.
The eagle can take all the damage, swoop
Oh,
in and
no.
try to, like, mitigate the damage, or Sinclair can take it.
The eagle
No.
explodes.
Aaron's mind has changed. It's no longer about protecting
Oh
Skitch.
no.
That's it. It's over now. Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
you hurt my dragon, and now everybody here has to die.
Uh-huh. Look at this character growth.
And you can see it kind of bats the side of Sinclair's arm. They fall out of grapple. He's still prone, like, on his back, so he's gonna have to take another turn to, like, get up, because it attacked from prone position. But you do take the 20 points of damage, and the stands are like, oh, and people are, like, kind of beginning to, like, panic and freak out, and you can see that old Balf did not like that, and he goes, "You nix, leave my critter alone." Bookie's trying to run with everybody's money for sure.
Oh.
Yeah, for sure.
Bookie.
But Royce, that puts it at your turn.
Oh my goodness. Well, against my better judgment as a squishy bard,
Mhm.
I too will jump down into the pit.
We love the
For that is
jumping
what
into-
heroes would do.
Yes. Okay, that.
What happens to
Acrobatics
my
check?
heroes?
Yep, I'm gonna need. Yeah, I'll take an acrobatics, athletics or acrobatics, whatever your choice is.
Acrobatics. Yep. There we
Hey,
go. A
Beautifully
beautiful front spinny flip. I'm an Olympic diver getting into this pit.
done. Yeah,
Just spins
and
and
where would you like to land?
I will land. Well, seeing Aaron's facial expression change from "I'm saving" to "murder," I think I will target the ingot since Skitch's time with us is
Yep,
short.
okay. Yes, Skitch's time is short.
Which one is Skitch, on the left or the right?
Skitch is the one on the right. Ingot is the one on the left.
So I'll hop over here.
Okay.
And I will use my second. I'll polymorph again. This is my last 4th level spell.
Okay.
But that's okay. So I will once again try and turn the confused ingot at the moment into a fluffy bunny rabbit.
More understanding
So-
English.
Poor Ingot.
Again, it's DC 16 Wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom's really not their skill. Oh,
Yay!
fail. So Ingot turns into a bunny?
Bunny.
Okay. There's that moment where
Bunnies
Ingot
are much
again
easier
is
to kill.
fighting it, and this time the pop out of the ear and things are successful, and it, like, poof, and it kind of poofs in the dust. Not everybody can see at this point. There's a lot of
Cool.
sand and stuff in the air, but you hear a couple people go, "Oh!" And
then I'm gonna scoop that bunny up in my hat and put it on my head.
oh, okay. You're gonna have to catch a bunny. I'm gonna have you make a dexterity check to scoop the bunny.
Ooh, I'm good at
and
that.
I bet there's a bunny. I wonder if there's a rabbit.
Oh, I was
If
looking
not, I'm
for
gonna
squirrel. But
Oh, that's a good one.
are there rabbit stats
I don't know.
in the compendium?
That doesn't look like it, so I might go.
So
with
rat, you can take rat stat.
Oh, a rat
Pretty sure
stat.
there's a rat.
Yeah, rat stat works. Wanted
Rat
to see.
stat.
I imagine
They're
they'll be
similar.
a little bit more dexterous.
Rat has a +0 modifier for
Okay,
dex.
perfect. Then
can
we'll
dex
say
off.
I'll say I feel like a rabbit would just move faster. So I'm just gonna roll a flat d20, and if it gets away, it'll just have it moves farther.
Okay. I rolled a saving throw too, so it's -3 from. So I got a 13. But it beats
Well,
the 8.
you do manage to scoop
Haha.
this bunny up.
Ah.
Come
no
here,
problem.
you! I say.
And the bunny's like, and you can see this like dark oozing coming from their little little tear ducts. It's like with its little teeth, but it's definitely harmless by all standard terms.
Sure.
Well done, Royce. So that would be
Haha.
this one.
Ah.
I'm gonna put her with you because you're carrying her. I'm gonna size it
Yes.
down to make it a little bit easier to see them. Okay, so they'll be with you at this point. No damage done. And polymorph lasts for
Ever.
one
Sorry,
casting time,
forever.
one action creature that you can see. I just want to make sure I know how long it lasts. Until it falls to 0 hit points or
And then, I think it's like 10 minutes. Actually.
yeah, it's
Or
concentration
dies.
up to an hour. So you have to
Okay,
concentrate
great.
on it.
Hour.
Yep,
Yeah.
that's fine.
Okay, so concentration up to an hour. Well done. Ada, you think you see a large creature go to small. The dust is making it difficult to see what's happening in the pit.
Okay. Ada's first order of business is going to be. Let me just have a quick look at some things. Ada's going to. It's hard to see. Something looks like it just shrank. Ada's gonna start off by running down and jumping into the pit.
Nice. Okay. Same thing. Athletics or acrobatics check just to mitigate 30 feet of drop.
I'll instead cast Featherfall.
Oh, perfect. Even better. Beautiful.
How far is the drop?
About 30. Like if you jump, it's about
30
30 feet
feet.
down.
30 feet.
Wow.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I have
Perfect.
to kill a person.
And you kind of feather fall through the dust. When you get there, it's it's kind of hard to see, but you can see Sinclair is like, "Oh man, that hurts so bad!" Oh, and Royce has a rabbit.
Oh, buddy, that's not very good. That's a bunny. Ada that was one spell as a reaction. I don't really have anything else that I can do at the moment.
I kind of took the jump as your move action, so if you want to count that.
Casting Featherfall as a reaction.
Right, reaction on yourself.
Yeah,
Yep, gotcha. Okay.
would have been the spell that I can cast, but that's
Yep.
a reaction. But for my instead for my action, I will use Channel Divinity to do a time shift on myself to throw myself at the bottom of the initiative order so that I can go again at the
Nice.
tail end.
Love
There you go.
that. I'm gonna
Nice.
go ahead and move you now from my order that I just threw up. Oops.
Mhm.
So we'll move you. So you'll go after Ingot because Ingot got that miserable nat one
Imagine if you had a surprise round, and then you'd be able to act twice,
twice.
potentially before the second round.
Yep.
It'd be like,
Yep.
And the only
assassin class.
Yep.
yeah.
and the only reason I didn't do a group and include Delphina is because I know that she goes right after me, and I just wanted to make sure that she actually gets a turn in.
Yeah, for sure. Okay. Well, that makes it Delphina's turn. I moved my order. I got all confused. All right. So you, Delphina, will watch as she feather falls, like below the line of all of the dust rising.
All right, stuff is starting to look a little bit slightly under control for the moment, but she is keeping her eye on the is that the dwarf? Or is it
so
the,
this is old Balf. That's the crotchety old man, the human man, the performer.
Old
this
Balf.
right here, Mog is the dwarf lady, potentially half dwarf, half giant. You're not entirely sure.
What do they look like? What's their like emotion looking toward? Are they?
They are very upset that you attacked because they can't see what's fully going on, so they just think that y'all have attacked their beloveds. So they're definitely going to attack you. The rest of the stands are going to try to clear. A lot of people are running. They know that some things are happening. Some people are sticking around, and it looks like the bookie here is also going to be taking his turn to run.
She'll yell down toward her friends like, "I'll be down in the moment. I'll just have to take care of something." And then she'll move over here, and then she'll misty step.
Nice.
Over here. So rapier out, hand on shoulder, like hanging over.
Yeah, you can see Mog is reaching for a crossbow. So smart move there. You don't take an attack of opportunity thanks to that new feat, so I don't have to worry about that. For stepping in. I guess is that your full movement? Did you want to take an action?
Yes. So she's gonna put on her best like threatening or and just make sure to show her fangs.
Oh.
We're not here to harm your creatures. I think we actually have it under control. So if you would just stay out and be very helpful and usher the rest of their patrons outside. Or else, it's been a long trip and I am so sick of camel blood. I could just have some dwarf at the moment if things don't go the right way.
Would you call that an intimidation check?
I would.
I would.
Yes.
I would call that an intimidation check.
Okay. 27.
Wow, and a critical.
Crit.
Holy crap. Okay. You can see she looked like she was really, really angry, and she turns to you. You can see these kind of tears welling in her eye, the way like a mom who watches her kid get like hurt on the soccer field. Like, and she kind of turns, and her bottom lip quivers a little bit, as she is going to also like lose her turn, thanks to your like she won't be taking action on her turn against you anyway. She may do something else, but she does kind of cower a little bit at the sight of a dark cool and. Or a Dampier in the Southlands of all places. Well done. Paul
Cristal is going to... Where's my mouse? He's going to move here. I think. Yeah. Here. Is this where the bookie is? Over here?
Right, yeah. This is our bookie friend.
Okay. I think Paul is going to use the dash action to get there. And when I do that, because of the charge feat that I have,
nice. Okay.
I think he jumps down or like steps a couple of the stairs as he then lands heavily on the ground right here, and then starts going into that pounce like feline sort of run where like when people are running, they and like go into that quadrupedal gate, excuse me, as he starts to run and bound. I think maybe off of this wall here. He bounds off of it to then get a little bit more momentum as he then uses his he uses the exploited momentum back here to push out an attack.
Okay.
So if I move more than 10 feet in a straight line, which I did to get to here.
Okay.
I could add another 5 to the damage. I will do that, and I get one attack that I can do with my bonus because of that wacky thing. So 24.
Okay, yeah, you want to hit the bookie?
I want to hit the bookie. Yes, I want to hit the bookie. Yeah.
No problem.
And then I'm going to hit it for 15 as I strike him with. Wow, that's a max roll. for
Wow.
6, and then +4, and then the +5 on top of that. So and if this kills him, I don't want it to kill him. I want it to knock him out. I want to
Okay, yeah, we'll do
some dual damage or whatever that is.
Yeah, so instead of using your blade, maybe it's like the pommel or something. Yeah. And you kind of knock him. You can see he's very surprised. He's like, oh, and he's got all this money, and he's been trying to decide in this moment what to do. As you get close, he says, it's a bad night for betting, and turns around, and this amethyst dragon born is kind of staring him in the face, and he goes, as you kind of wonk him on the head, and as you do, he like, and hits the ground. Coins kind of spill out. His bookie tickets flitter in the air. You have stopped him from running with everybody's. Yeah, exactly, with everybody's
money.
All right,
cool. All right, and then I turn around and get ready. As I then like sort of look around and start to analyze the rest of the ring, but that's my turn.
Cool. Nicely done. Old Balf's turn. He can barely see what's going on, but he does not like this at all.
Old Balf.
No, Balf. Don't do it.
Y'all, he has 3 words that describe him, one of which is old coot. He's an old coot. Yeah, so he wants to attack everybody in the rink, but he can't quite see you, so he will make this attack at disadvantage. But he draws from his striped entertainment coat a dart. It kind of glistens in what's left of the light as the sun is going down. And he's going to toss this dart into the pit, trying to hit, I think, the closest person. So that's going to be Royce. It's gonna be
you scoundrel.
Scoundrel.
What a scoundrel.
Yes. So the dart is thrown at disadvantage, so a 6.
It definitely misses.
Right, it definitely misses. You're like holding this rabbit. I don't know if you're trying to put it in a hat or tuck it in a jacket, but you're
I'm putting it in
rabbit.
my hat. I'm putting my hat back on my head. I'm gonna pirouette out of the way of this dart as I do so with a flourish.
You hear something like your direction, and as you pirouette out of the way, it thuds into the wall next to you, and as soon as it hits the wooden like exterior wall, it goes backwards back into his hand. Yep, and old Balf.
Can I try and grab it?
You could sure try.
Use a reaction to try and grab it?
Yeah,
I don't know.
Make a dexterity check.
Sure. 16.
16's pretty good. I'll say, okay, yeah. I'll say you catch it, like with the other hand. You catch it, and it begins dragging you. It's desperately trying to get back to his hand.
I did what I was here to do in this pit. Now, time to make an exit. Flying would definitely be impressive. So
yeah, I imagine your hands on it, and it is like, to your surprise, this tiny play dart, like metal dart that you play games with, is like dragging you towards the edge of this wall here, back, trying to get back to old Balf.
Okay.
Cool. But you have it in your hand. You hear him go, "Where's my dart?" He says up over you as it didn't return to his hand as readily as he had hoped. I guess that's his turn. It is Mog's turn. She is going to be terrified, noting that she's going to turn and run. I mean, she did not expect fangs and to be threatened to be drained dry. And you hear her go, "Oh!" As she begins stumbling down the stairs. She's gonna come to here and try to get a better shot, and is looking for an exit. Spots this one, but there is this situation going on down here, and she goes, and then she starts to run this way. Now, you will get an attack of opportunity as she turns to run, Delphina.
I don't think, if she's running, I don't think it's necessary to, like, this is, for all intents for her, like, an axe, so she's not gonna, if she's not gonna interfere, that's fine. She just runs away. That's fine.
Bite her neck.
You can hear Ma going, my sweet, where are you? Where are you, my sweet? As she's kind of running around the edge, trying to like peer down 10 feet through all of the kicked up dust to spot her dear Ingot, which of course is a rabbit at the moment. So there's no sign. She does not successfully spot it, but she seems to be in a panic because she can't see her dearly beloved. It is Ingot's turn. Ingot can't.
She bite my hair, or I don't.
Yeah. Let's see. You have it in your hat, right?
Just like this hat.
Just like that hat. Yeah. There's like you can feel the bunnies like ruttering around. You have a dart in one hand. Maybe you're trying to keep your hat on. I'm going to roll at a 16. The rabbit starts trying to munch through your hat. And has put a tiny little hole with their bunny teeth in the back of your hat, but it's not enough for them to escape, of course. You know what? Just because I want to make you make a roll, they're trying to escape, so make a check to hold it in place. It's kind of like a grapple. It doesn't have to be strength. I'd take a general dexterity. It's a rabbit, for Pete's sake.
I will do that again.
I'd only need
20.
Yeah.
20.
It's like it's trying. It's like biting holes, but you have a solid hand on your hat. You know how to keep a hat on your head, even with a bunny. No problem there. Ingot's turn and back around since Ada got at the end of initiative order.
Mm-hmm.
And like that, Roll20 has decided that it does not want to open my character sheet anymore.
Of
Hey,
course,
perfect.
yeah.
So Ada, for this round, is going to is going to have a look at the big beastie, at the biggest dog mole, the goodest boy, and is going to try and cast. This is only going to delay the inevitable while we wait for things to calm down. Is going to try and cast banishment.
Oh, you want to banish this creature, the dog mole?
Skitch, yes.
Skitch. Okay. Oh, that's very interesting. Okay. Is there a check against it?
Yes, it is a charisma check, I believe.
Well,
and the DC is 16.
It will be hard pressed to make this, y'all. I made it with a net 20.
Wow.
All right, but here's what you feel, because you're connected to this. You're basically trying to actually banish whatever is possessing it or what has affected it, or really the creature itself, because it's not from another plane. These are native to the Southlands, right? You all, if you're in the pit, you can see as Ada tries to push out or banish whatever is corrupting this creature out. It begins to seep like dark ooze from its eyes and its nose and its orifices as you're trying to like evict it from the body. And just as you think you're gonna snap it free, the dog will like knocks its head and rips it back into its body. But you can see as you were pulling it free, it was calming it down. So whatever the corruption is, if you can get rid of it, it may solve this dog mole problem. Very close though. That was freaking awesome.
That was sick.
And we start over again. Yeah.
That'll be my turn and my action. That is it.
Cool. Aranith, once again, it comes back around to your turn.
Mm-hmm. So, would I have recognized that it's possible that this thing can recover?
You would recognize that there's something affecting it, and if you can heal the thing affecting it, yes.
Okay. I am going to. I don't really have anything that can help like that. I'm gonna try another animal handling check.
Okay. On Skith?
Yes.
Okay.
As much as I want to kill it after seeing that, it's like.
Okay.
Fine.
Yeah. And you sent me. Y'all, my cats are fighting. You sent me the note that you're gonna command him to fly away.
Yeah, Sinclair's getting the order to bail.
Yeah. Sinclair goes, okay, bye. And starts to kind of take off and just gets up and over the like dusty area out of the way.
All right, here we go with the animal handling. 21.
Wow. A 21. Nice. And the goal is to what?
to encourage it to fight harder. Like, hey, I see you in there, and I know that you're a dignified, classy gentleman. Get this thing out of you.
Yeah. You hear it go, must try harder. Oh, as this kind of posh voice is fighting it. We'll say then that Skitch is will not attack innocents this round.
Okay. I'm going to send my bird to I believe there's a dwarf lady causing trouble.
Yeah, she's kind of running around going, where are you? Sweetheart, show me your beautiful dog mole face. But yes, she's kind of pittering around the exterior here, looking down into the pit, trying to find her dog mole, which has been turned into a rabbit.
Yeah, we're just gonna have my bird attack.
Great.
It gets a +3 to whatever this is. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
A 16
so a 19
will a 19 that will definitely
yes. And it's gonna be 1d8 + 4 plus the spell's level, which is 2.
Okay.
So she's taking 1d8 + 6 damage here.
Woo. Okay.
So we're just gonna add 2 more, so 13. As this eagle just.
Yeah, she definitely doesn't see the eagle coming, as it kind of scoops in from behind her and claws. Yeah, exactly. As it kind of claws, and she goes, ah! In fact, it topples her off and over into the pit. She hits the ground. She is
That's
prone.
what's up.
You know what? She'll take some fall damage. Extra 2 points of fall damage as she hits solidly on her back. Well done. Skitch is fighting so hard thanks to Aranis, and is trying to mitigate the want to hop in these stands and harm innocent people. That is not, you know what it does do? It does, it's gonna make a check to hop up in the stands and try to find its owner. Something comforting to it. So it's just going to basically make a quick dexterity check. At a 17, it manages to hop up and over the edge of the, just like this massively powerful leap as it lands partially in the stands, partially on the dirt. People now scream because they can see it fully and begin evacuating it as soon as possible. Trying to get out of the way. But that is all Skitch is going to do because Skitch is not attacking innocents this round thanks to Aaron's animal handling check. Royce.
I would like to ride this dart up into the stands as it goes to return back to Bolf, or whatever his name is.
Bolf.
Bolf.
Yeah, you are lifted very slowly, because it's just a dart, right? Up and into the air. One hand on your hat, one hand on the dart. And it does very slowly this turn return to Bolf. Right. And it drags you and the rabbit, we'll say, up and into the stands. Bolf sees that you have it in his hands, in your hand, and he goes, "Give that back to me."
Fine, I say, and I give it. It's not as swashbuckly as I thought it would be. I was gonna kick him in the face as I was flying up, but it sounds like I just kind of
I mean, if you want to give it a kick, it's
more
of a slow lift.
I'm not gonna kick him. I'm gonna try and fix the problem that's happening. So I think I can see Skitch jump up into the stands like a crazy monster.
Yes, for sure.
I'm going to cast sleep. Sleep, my friend, sleep.
Smart.
And I'm going to cast it at level 3, which gives me more dice. So, well, we'll see. Whoa, there's sleep. I mean, does he have 52 health?
Yes.
More than 52 health?
Yes.
Sleep fails to do anything.
But do you target more than one creature?
It is an AoE. I would try not to hit anyone else, but if there's people running around, whoops.
Yep.
Made it real easy for old Skitch to start chewing on some legs or whatever.
Did you let the dart go, or are you still holding it?
No, I'm still. I guess I probably should. You know what? I might not even be able to cast sleep because I was
going to say, you have concentration on, so I'll leave that up to you.
So I won't cast sleep. I'm sorry. I'll lose that spell slot because that was my fault. But I'm going to not cast that. And Sure, I'll kick this guy in the face, actually. Maybe that'll get Skitch alarmed, hearing his master scream out after being kicked in the face.
Yeah.
So,
and you can see it's like a slow rise, but if you let it go, it's like friction, right? You've been holding
I
it.
really wind up with this kick. Like, I have time to really get ready.
Get ready. It's like
up.
a slow rise. And in that couple seconds, you make it up and over and are able to get a kick in. So make a melee attack against old Balf here.
Can I use dexterity? Because this is a dexterous kick. Thank you.
I'll let you use dex for this.
Does a 19 hit his armor
does.
class?
That is a very dexterous kick.
Yeah.
Kick that old boss.
D4, maybe?
D6 is a melee.
Oh, baby.
Or just like
right.
unarmed attack.
Yeah. I want to mainly to make a lot of noise as I kick him in the face because I want 10 damage.
Wow.
I want Skitch to hear his owner yell out in pain and surprise and maybe a little bit impressed by this awesome kick.
So when the the kick smashes him in the face and he kind of like tumbles, and when you do, it does in fact snap Skitch out of it. Skitch goes from being this like monstrous creature to and he kind of shrinks back down, his head closes back up, and he runs over to his master and is like kind of licking him in the head. His size is now more normal, I guess you could say. And they sit next to each other in a stance. His master's kind of passed out from this kick. Now, with one of them subdued and the other as a rabbit, technically there's no more fighting. People are just in a panic trying to exit. And because I'm going to say that probably takes us out of initiative as long as you're concentrating on this creature, we will end this evening's festivities here on a smidge of a cliffhanger of what happens when we return next week to see if you can mitigate the locals and their upset, them being a little upset from the fight not going exactly as planned. But since we're a couple minutes over, let's get through. We're going to jump right into outros, y'all, and we'll be back next week to see how we round out a bad night for betting and where it leads them to hopefully defeat this monster. We're going to start with Noir, because I know Noir's on a tighter time frame.
Yeah, hello everybody. I'm Noir. You can find me all over the internet as the Noir Enigma. That's Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram. And I can officially announce I am the new community manager for Evil Genius Games.
Yeah!
So check that out. It's going to be awesome.
Nice. We'll go from that forward, so that makes it Cord. You're up.
Hello, everybody. It's me, Cord, or Mythomatic. I am a roleplay streamer and cinematic storyteller on Twitch. You can find me at twitch.tv/Mythomatic, where I do partnered content on Table Story, where I am a dungeon master of Spellwind, our show on Wednesdays at 4 p.m. Eastern, and then also I roleplay in various other games, Red Dead, including Mortal Online 2, which is my new craze right now. But yeah, other than that, I'm on the internet as Mythomatic, or also known as the Deep Woodsman, where I am doing my wilderness stuff over on YouTube. So just stop on by, check it out, and there's some other hidden, fun, exclusive content on Twitter.
Nice.
That's me.
Yeah, there you go. Moving right down the line. Anita.
Hi, everybody. I'm Anita, or Panita, or Critical Misses. You can find me everywhere online at Panita or at Critical Misses. I'm a TTRPG streamer, graphic designer, producer, and cat mom about the space. You can find me over on my channel for Morning Ritual every Saturday. Our guest this week is Nick Butler from
Nice.
Tidebreaker RPG.
Yeah.
That is me. Follow me on the socials, and you'll find out a little bit more about what I'm up to.
Very nice. Lynn.
Hey, I'm Lynn. Gremlin art pretty much everywhere. You can catch my art there, as well as tomorrow on the amphitheater. We are playing Redwall, Eualia, where I get to play a little red archer squirrel. And on Wednesday for Hexcrawl on the spy game on Follow Black Cats, where the rival spy organization has booby-trapped our house. And we'll get back because they touched Arteki's computer, and they will have to pay for it at some point.
Nice. And last but certainly not least, our dear Rudy. Bring us home.
Yes. Hello. My name is Rudy Basso. You can follow me on Twitter at Rudy Basso. It's spelled funny because it's a funny name, but whatever. You can see me in 1 hour on this very evening at Zweihander RPG, where I will be playing the starter kit which is currently being kickstarted. And I will be wearing a different hat this one, because that's my thing these days, wearing hats on headphones. Haha, that's my brand. That's the brand I'm going for. It's good fun. It's dark fantasy, so there's some horror, there's some gross body stuff going on, but it's a good time.
Very nice. Hats for the win.
Yes.
In chat. Well done tonight, everybody. I'm Little Red Dot. I'm your resident Kobold Press Twitch streamer and communications manager. Out here, I don't know, rolling dice, telling stories, and getting to talk all things Kobold Press. Right now, our big thing is the Kickstarter's coming to a close. So if you haven't gotten in on Tome of Beasts 3, y'all, we crossed $650,000 this weekend on that Kickstarter. It is outrageous. We're very excited about it. You still have time to get in on it, and I believe this weekend is when they're posting the announcement for people that might want to add monsters, to submit monsters to the book for selection. So you've got to be a backer to get that info. So get your backing in, and then you'll get your information, and you can submit and maybe be selected and paid to put a beast in our beast book. Pretty cool opportunity.
And they pay well. Let me tell you.
We try. We're good little kobolds over here. If you aren't quite sure, you can join us on Wednesday for Kobold Chats, where we're going to be bringing on B. Dave Walters, who's one of our guest designers, and talking all about his monster and checking out what he has brought to the table for this. So maybe that'll be the little inspiration you need. We will see you all back here next Monday for the finale of our short little mini venture for Prepared Yourself. So same Kobold time, same Kobold channel next week. Thanks for being with us, everybody. Bye-bye.